America, land of the free, home to the world's biggest economy, strongest military, and the third biggest population. It's crazy to think about how this happened, considering the catching up it had to do compared to the rest of the world. Yet, how did it become so big, so powerful? Well, the answer lies in the complex topic of immigration. Immigration has not been a new thing to the US. Long before Europeans came to the US, the Native Americans, around 30,000 years ago, settled on this new land after crossing the Bering Strait because of cooler temperatures of the Ice Age, allowing crossing from Russia possible. The Native Americans populated the entirety of the Americas until Columbus and the Spanish came in, and so did the rest of the Europeans. The advanced technology of the Spanish, combined with the diseases they brought, eventually killed 90% of all the Native Americans. With many problems people faced, such as religious persecution, overpopulation of European cities, and many others, this caused many people to immigrate to the US, almost by force. These are called push factors. Other factors such as cheap land, seeking out a new life, or wanted some farmland with some slaves are called pull factors, or the attraction of people into the US. Most people in the colonial times, however, were British, as it was still a British colony under direct rule of the Crown. After the Revolutionary War, many people were much more excited to move to the US, as it was seen as a new country that would let all people in, such as the previously mentioned English, along with the Irish, Germans, and Chinese, and many more. However, in the 1850s, many grew to mistrust immigrants. Many of the first attacks on immigrants were against the Irish and Catholicism, who had the largest immigrant population coming in due to the Great Potato Famine. After a drastic increase in immigrants in the 1880s and 1890s, many other groups from Europe came to immigration centers, such as the one on Ellis Island or on Angel Island. And around this time, the first official exclusion of immigrants happened, known as the Chinese Exclusion Act, which outlawed all Asians for 10 years. After the Industrial Revolution, the increase in overall population and immigrant population soon followed. After World War I, the increase in immigrants followed, making the U.S. government pass a law known as the Johnson-Reed Act, which prevented immigrants from Asia and set quotas that favored European countries. After World War II, the U.S. experienced a shift in immigration patterns. The 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act abolished the national origins quota system, which allowed as many people from all over the world to come to the U.S. The Refugee Act of 1980 established a formal process for admitting refugees and allowed many more to come to the U.S. One of the last acts in the 20th century was the 1990 Immigration Act, which increased the immigration levels and promoted diversity among immigrants. However, the topic of immigration led to a heated debate we all know today, which is the Republicans versus the Democrats. The immigration process was, in history, a relatively agreed upon subject by both political parties. However, events such as 9/11 created the Department of Homeland Security, which is responsible to secure the nation from the threats we face. The most controversial part of the DHS is ICE, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement. ICE is designed to target all undocumented immigrants and deport them. ICE has continuously violated human rights, and the truth is, even though the people they are taking are undocumented, no person is illegal. Nevertheless, this anti-immigration wave under former President Trump's administration also created the Muslim travel ban, an act that banned people from 11 different Muslim countries from entering the U.S. for 90 days, which is extremely controversial due to the violation of the First Amendment. However, the Biden administration has tried to make more pathways for undocumented citizens to become legal ones and more immigrants coming to the U.S., which not much success. But America is a democracy, so I want you guys to change this. Help the millions of undocumented immigrants to not get separated by their families. It may not seem like you can't do much, but with every vote counts. For candidates on a local level, in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, and even the President. All of these will make a huge impact on all Americans, all immigrants seeking to come to America, and all future Americans. Thank you, and on a lighter note, Here's a video of my cat on the piano. Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video. As you can tell, it was made for a high school project of mine, but I do truly care about the topic of immigration. So if you could share this video, watch it again, that would be great. Thank you, and goodbye.